I went back to the house where I was hidden, and I met 40 years later. Let's see. Yes. No, 50 years later. This is 50 years later by then. Marcel, who is now 69.
When I came to Yad Vashem, and Philip Haley wrote to me, and he said, what about the Le Chambon people? And I said, well, let's get the stories from all the rescuers in Le Chambon, anyone.
I tell you how I feel about Le Chambon. I'm sometimes being asked by students if I ever go back to Germany, and I said, no, I would not. I would be very uncomfortable. But I would always go back to Le Chambon because for me, this is home. The people in Le Chambon are the most outstanding people. They are so generous, such good people. And I would say that after all what we had experienced in Germany, that they have restored our faith in mankind.
Yeah.
You know, both my parents and my sister and I survived because there were good people on this earth. You know, they're people who knew the right thing. Le Chambon was full of them.
And you know, they do not understand the fuss which is being made about them. They can't understand it. These people risk their life to save us.
The rescuers in Le Chambon, they don't want to be honored. They don't think they should be honored. They don't think the trumpet should be sounded because they did a good deed. It goes against their philosophy, their religious beliefs.
I don't think it is important to them. But I do think that the people in the village should be recognized and should be shown as an example to the rest of the world. To the people who scream, we don't want to help refugees, who rather see infants die. It wouldn't have happened in Le Chambon.
So we decided the following. At the commission level, the decision was those individual persons for whom we have the stories, about 45 to 50, they will receive individual honors, medal and certificate of honor. At the same time, we will issue a special certificate, a special document honoring the community as such. Instead of planting thousands of trees for thousands of people, we will have a special marking on a special stone. We will dedicate a special stone in honor of the Le Chambon community.
This is a plaque that was given to Le Chambon, a Yad Vashem plaque, unique for one community. It's the only community that ever got a plaque.
What makes the story of Le Chambon so unique? Everywhere else, saving the Jews was the exception to the rule, and Le Chambon was a standard norm. To help persons was a human obligation. The Le Chambon people, when they were asked after the war, and they said, well, these people needed to be helped, and we happened to be there, so we helped them. What's the big deal about it? Why all these questions? What motivations? There's no motivations. Simply, it's a duty to help people who need to be helped.
It's very hard to understand how basically one man and some of the people working with him could have galvanized an entire region. But he did.
Most people who do good deeds, they do it because it's an individual decision. There are exceptions to that, and Le Chambon is an exception. So that encourages me, and that inspires me to think that there is a human quality called goodness, which comes to the fore and is there and is part of human nature. And the more we speak about the good people, maybe that will inspire and encourage others to try to do acts of goodness, to be good people as much as possible in the world in which we live.
No, I think we were the luckiest of people.
Yeah.
We were the luckiest of people to get out of the concentration camp. Even more so that we were taken to a place like Le Chambon. Absolutely. Otherwise, you wouldn't be talking to us today. Yes, we have hundreds of thousands of refugees. Are they welcomed and taken care of the way we were taken care of in Le Chambon? I doubt it.
And I think it's like an obligation for everyone to do good deeds, which in one's life. So a person, when persons are about to leave the world and they reflect on what they did in their life, they should be able to say, "Oh, I bought a good stock and I made $1 million." No, I helped some of these persons, and that's why I'm glad that I did something good in my life. I helped. I remember there was a case, a person needed help and so on. I did this and that, so I'm glad I did something positive in life.
I would say that Le Chambon was a wonderful experience and a great teacher in teaching us that the world can also be very different from what we had experienced in Germany and so on. It was a revelation, and I hope it taught everyone who was there the lesson of how what a human being should be.
We sang that whenever we said goodbye in a group, to a group, and when we sensed that it might be the last time, we would be saying it. And the song actually says, must we say goodbye without any hope of seeing each other again? And then the refrain is, no, we shall see each other again, my brothers or my sisters. We shall see each other again, we shall see each other again one day. Faut-il se quitter sans espoir de retour? Faut-il se quitter sans espoir de nous revoir un jour? Non, nous reverrons, mes frères, ce n'est qu'un au revoir. Oui, nous reverrons un jour, ce n'est qu'un au revoir.